What's up, everyone? This is FP Sticks bringing you the first video in probably a 3-video series here recapping my Mega Rose Cup tournament that took place in Portland this past weekend. This first video is going to be showcasing my the rounds that I won. So I ended up going 4-4 in this mega tournament, which is nowhere near as good as I was hoping to go. And again, I felt pretty disappointed, and I felt like I let a lot of people, I let a lot of people down coming to this thing, because there were so many people from Colorado cheering me on, and but that's okay. I did the very best that I could, and as you'll see in this video, I faced some insanely hard opponents. Going into this tournament, I was the top ranked player in the tournament. Which pretty much means every match that I get paired up against is going to be against someone really good. So I went 4-4, and surprisingly my rank still went up after that, and this actually put me at number 7 in the world after my performance here. So I'm just glad that I maintained my ace rank, and it was so much fun. A lot of really good battlers, and I definitely want to try to make it to some more mega tournaments, but this first video is going to be showcasing my wins and kind of looking at what I did correctly in this tournament. So let's go ahead and get started here. So this first battle is up against Mushroom King. You can see our teams on the screen there. Now he is running Granbull. I need to figure out if this is Charm or Snarl, but he switches out instantly, so I'm going to assume that it is Snarl. He switches into his Alolan Marowak, and so I knew Sableye was going to be my safe switch in this scenario. As long as my Sableye didn't get squared up against that Granbull, assuming that it was running Charm, I knew that Sableye would be my key to victory here. I throw the foul play. I did commit a shield there, but since I'm assuming his Granbull doesn't have Charm, I wanted my Sableye to still maintain a lot of health because I know it's going to put a lot of pressure on whatever he brings in. Which he brings in the Blaziken, so I'm going to be able to throw... I was hoping to throw 2 foul plays there, but I think I'm going to let this go. And then most likely bring in... I have some options here. I know he's got the Granbull in the back, so I am going to bring in my Medicham, because I'm going to prefer my Wigglytuff matchup on his Granbull. But here I'm going straight for the Psychic. I was running Ice Punch and Psychic for this tournament. So I reveal my Psychic there. It lands, which is insane. I'm assuming this is going to be a close combat, but I'm going to let it go through anyways. Could have possibly shielded, but I knew that his Blaziken had stored energy, and this is why I needed to save my shield. I need to get enough charm damage onto this Blaziken to just charm it down, and he faints with a shield remaining. I noticed in a lot of matches in this tournament I ended up fainting with shields remaining because there's so much fast move beatdown that can take place here. So going with a Medicham lead this time. I catch the Alolan Marowak. You did not want to see this, but this is why I have my Sableye as my safe switch here. I actually have 2 Pokemon in this line of 3 that are weak to that Alolan Marowak. And Alolan Marowak in general gave me so many problems in this cup. Even though I was running Rhyperior and Probopass and Sableye, like 3 pretty good checks to Alolan Marowak, so many people utilized Alolan Marowak as either a safe switch in my team or just a really good hole in my team. So yeah, this team of 6 that I'm running, Rhyperior, Probopass, Wigglytuff, Charizard, Medicham, and Sableye, wasn't super solid on it, especially the Rhyperior matchups, but I think I might try out Gligar instead of Rhyperior to give me some more consistent like fighting and ghost coverage there. But I have to switch in my Wigglytuff here. If this is an overheat, okay, it is an overheat, and I correctly catch that. I noticed that he was also running a Wing Attack Charizard there, so that's something to take note of. That means he's not going to have Blast Burn, and his fast move isn't going to be doing fire damage, but it is going to be doing more damage to my fighters, my Medicham. So Wigglytuff still has a decent play against Alolan Marowak because of Wigglytuff's normal typing. you can't go for the Shadow Ball nuke. You just have to chip it down with Fire Spin and Bone Club damage here. So Wigglytuff did exactly what I needed it to do. Just chip away at that Alolan Marowak. And now my Medicham and Sableye are a lot more safe. He's got Charizard in the back. I need to land this Psychic. I don't know if an Overheat would KO me. Probably at that range with how much damage that Wing attack did. But I'm barely able to get this Psychic off in time. That was pretty much my only win condition there, is if I landed that Psychic and I was able to do it. Going into a third round here. I believe I ran the same line of 3 I opened with. Yeah, Wigglytuff lead. Oh, there's the freaking Alolan Marowak again. But I'm going to use Sableye as the safe swap. And he brings in his Blaziken. Now, because he was kind of slow to the switch, I should be able to take this secondary matchup, which I've said this in a lot of my videos, and I still firmly believe it. No matter what you're playing, whether it's Go Battle League or a tournament like this, the secondary matchup is the most important. I'm actually able to fast move farm that down because this allows me to regain control of the match. And nothing he has really threatens my Sableye. That Granbull, since it's not running Charm, my Sableye just has free reign here. And since I stored up so much energy, I'm going to put on a lot of shield pressure. Foul Play does so much damage. He switches in the Alolan Marowak and then dumps his energy on my Sableye. But I am going to commit a shield here because I need this Alolan Marowak gone. I keep my Sableye stored in the back. I'm bringing in the sacrificial pink marshmallow, man. I'm just going to try to charm this thing down and do as much damage as possible. Again, all he can do is Fire Spin and Bone Club this Wigglytuff here. You cannot land the Shadow Ball nuke against Wigglytuff because of that normal typing. I could have gone for my charge move there, but I actually wanted to bring in my Medicham to farm up a little bit of energy. So I wanted his Alolan Marowak to still be alive, but I'm only able to get 1 counter's worth of energy. I probably should have stopped attacking on my Wigglytuff, honestly, but that is all right. If this is an Overheat, it's going to do so much damage, but it would also significantly drop his attack and defense, I believe. Or maybe just his attack. Yeah, I think Overheat just drops the attack. Okay, good games there. We're going against Aluado BR. Oh my goodness, absolutely horrible lead. I got to get out of there. And you can see how much damage one Razor Leaf did there. It literally did 25% of my health. Insane. I did not bring in an answer for this Vileplume, and now he's got his Alolan Marowak on my Medicham. This is so bad. This is so bad. I get the defense drop on the Alolan Marowak, which is kind of insane. I went straight for the Psychic. He goes for Bone Club. Probably going to try to farm me up again, but I'm going to be able to get to another Psychic and at least draw a shield here, because I believe that this would take out the Marowak. Yeah, I do get a shield, so... But now he has a loaded Alolan Marowak. Ooh, that Vileplume in the back is really going to give me problems. So I bring out my Rhyperior. I know it's going to get wrecked by Vileplume anyways. So I don't shield this. It is a Shadow Ball. But he gives up switch advantage right there. But because this... Oh my gosh. Because this Vileplume still has shields, it doesn't even matter that I have 2 shields remaining, because the Razor Leaf damage is so insane. Wow. Amazing read on his part, because if you look at his team, my Rhyperior has favorable matchups against his Alolan Marowak, his Drapion. I'm okay leaving it against the Aerodactyl and the Steelix. So 4 really positive matchups, and he heavily accounted for this. Now look at this. I change up my lead, hoping to catch the Vileplume. Amazing heads-up play on this guy's part. He leads Aerodactyl, the hardest counter he has, to Charizard. Really great play. I bring in my Sableye. This should easily be a favorable matchup for me. There's the Vileplume. I'm really hoping that I can get 2 foul plays off here, because he was a little bit slow to the switch. There's the first shield. I really need to hit this foul play. Okay, able to get it. I'm assuming he's going to let this go through. He does let it go through, and he just barely survives, which sucks because now my Charizard cannot farm as much. So really great play on his part. However, the Vileplume is not going to be able to throw a charge move. My switch clock is not up, and he made excellent recognition of that and got me switch locked against the Aerodactyl. I know Aerodactyl has Earth Power. I need to correctly shield that, but he baits me with Ancient Power. Great play. Aerodactyl is not bulky at all. I'm able to get this Surf off. This is going to one-shot the Aerodactyl if he lets it go through. He lets it go through. What's in the back? It is the Alolan Marowak. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so close. If I get hit by a Shadow Ball, it's game over. And I know he's farming up to a Shadow Ball. But if he baits me and I shield it, it's game over. I let this go through. It was just the bait. I'm within range of another Bone Club, which is what this is going to be. I commit the shield here. This is going to be so close. I need to get to this Surf. I need to get to this Surf, and I'm barely able to get to it with a sliver of health remaining. Wow. Just look at the rankings of the people that I faced in this tournament, man. I actually went up against 2 ace trainers and just a bunch of challengers that were very high ranked. So going to a game 3 here. Let's see how we adapt. That Vileplume really has me scared. Going with a Sableye lead, and I catch his Medicham, so really great for me. He switches into his Aerodactyl. I make kind of a slow switch into Rhyperior. One thing I noticed in a big mega tournament like this, you're going against people that you've never fought before. And so lots of people like to shield bait. I know I got shield baited so many times in this tournament. And I didn't really shield bait that often. So one takeaway I have from kind of learning through this is I should have shield baited more. Because there were so many scenarios where I lost because of baiting. And when people are nervous, when people are uncomfortable, they always play on the side of being safe and committing that shield. So something I took away from that. He switches in his Medicham. My Charizard has really farmed up a lot of energy off of his Vileplume. He brought in the Vileplume and it instantly deleted my Rhyperior. That's okay. This is a very positive scenario for me. Nothing the Medicham throws at me is going to hit for super effective. I'm anticipating this to be an Ice Punch. But it's a Power-Up Punch. Whoa, what moveset is this guy running? Power-Up Punch, Ice Punch, I'm assuming? This is probably just going to be another Power-Up Punch. Yeah, okay. Double Power-Up Punches me, but I farmed down the Medicham. He still has that Vileplume. I'm hoping to get to 2 foul plays here. This is definitely going to draw the last shield. I can't switch out yet. Let me get to the foul play. Oh, he Razor Leafs me down. But I have a Charizard with stored energy and a shield, I believe, so I'd be able to shield whatever he throws at me. Able to take that game. Very good games, Aloado BR. Ooh, very intense. We're going up against Jakadakes here. Very favorable lead for me. My Charizard's going to do well against Skarmory, Blaziken, Steelix, and Medicham. Against that Blaziken matchup, actually, it's kind of sketchy. But Skarmory, Steelix, and Medicham for sure. So he switched in his Rhyperior, which is running Mud Slap and not Smackdown. So that's something to take note of there. Let's see. I was able to farm down his Rhydon. I have a loaded Medicham. Out comes Sableye. So I'm just going to be able to double Ice Punch this thing. I'm not anticipating getting any shields here, but I do get 1 shield there. Honestly, in the Sableye matchup, you really don't need to commit shields. I say that, but then I've lost many times with 2 shields remaining. So maybe he's just playing it safe. He is kind of stored up on energy now, but now I'm going to bring in Wigglytuff. I'm anticipating the Skarmory to come back out. There it is. I make an immediate switch into Charizard. I can go straight Blast Burn here and comfortably take this match. No sense in shield baiting. So I do get the last shield. I'm up 2 shields here. I want to over-farm just slightly. Just slightly. 1 extra Fire Spin in there. I don't want to get hit by another Sky Attack. But the Sableye has some loaded energy in the back, so I'm anticipating getting hit by a foul play. There it is. That's why I saved this. Oh, I let this go through. Okay, yeah, that's fine because Wigglytuff is going to come in and shred it anyways. Okay, extra safe on my part, but able to take that match. Going with the Charizard lead again. Hoping to catch the Skarmory or the Steelix or the Medicham. Those are consistent wins. Sableye is not what I want to see. And I have two things weak to Sableye here. So I'm going to make a sacrificial swap into Wigglytuff. I was hoping he'd dump the foul play on it, but he stays true and holds his energy. Great play. I need to land this Ice Beam. He is very heavily over farming, which he can totally do in this scenario because he's resisting the charm. But Ice Beam does a lot of damage. Ooh, actually, okay. This is what wins me the match here, I think. Oh, never mind. I let this go through. I could have committed a shield there and won out this. Oh, we simultaneous KO. That's insane. I could have committed a shield and then been in an even better scenario, especially with his Sableye in the back. So he brings back in the Sableye. I'm going straight Dragon Claw here because I farmed down so much energy. I get the last shield. I believe that was a CMP tie there. Charizard wins that CMP tie. He goes for Power Gem. When two shields are up, you really should just go for foul play there because I had to shield it no matter what. I am going to commit my second shield here because I know I can go straight Dragon Claw and take this thing out. And whatever is in the back, Charizard should have a decent matchup against him, hoping. But now I switch in my Medicham. I really want to farm this thing down. Barely able to farm it down before he gets to a foul play. Super close. Out comes Rhydon, and this is game over here. This Ice Punch is going to hit this Rhydon for super effective, and my counter damage is going to be able to melt it. So he just lets it go there. Good game. Third game, I'm going with a Wigglytuff lead, hoping to catch the Sableye or the Blaziken or the Medicham or the Rhydon, honestly. It has 4 good matchups there. I catch the Blaziken. This is good for me. I'm expecting the switch out. He stays in for 1 charm's worth. I bring in my Medicham, and I'm going to fully commit to farming this thing down. The Surfs are going to do a decent amount of damage. Again, I was a little slow to the switch. And at this point, I am actually, okay, I'm barely able to counter it down. He was very close to getting to another Surf. I'm anticipating maybe a Sableye to come out here. It's a Skarmory. Okay, going to try to double Ice Punch this thing. I know he still has Blaziken, which my Wigglytuff is going to do well against that. Did I bring in my Sableye this match as well? I think so. But now that this Skarmory is loaded on... and oh, I brought in Charizard. But this is a loaded Skarmory. So I bring in Charizard. And I'm anticipating a switch out, but he's going to throw the Sky Attack first, which is smart. He needs to start burning these shields. I shield up that Sky Attack. Out comes the Blaziken. I charm this thing down. If this is a Blast Burn, it's going to take me out. But I let it go through. Kind of a dumb play on my part, but I wanted to save a shield for my Charizard. I just go straight for the Dragon Claw here because I don't want to get hit by a Blaze Kick. But he commits his last shield. Here's where I make a mistake. I should have accepted the fact that I was going to get hit by a charge move here and not clicked on the Dragon Claw for the CMP. Because I lost the CMP tie, and now I can't overfarm. So I try to really undercharge this Dragon Claw, but it still takes it out. So that was the mistake on my part, because I don't think this Skarmory is in Dragon Claw range. It's barely out of range. So if I would have still committed that shield, oh my gosh, so close. If I would have just committed that shield and accepted that I was going to get hit by a charge move from Blaziken, gotten honestly 2 to 3 more fire spins in there, I would have confidently took that match. Good games. This match is up against Sosa Flow, and this was actually the last round of the tournament, so I was 3-4 going into this. So I was like, dude, I need to freaking win this match so I can at least go even and not totally embarrass myself in my first mega tournament. Now this is an Ice Fang Drapion, and I really have not done a lot of practice against an Ice Fang Drapion against this Charizard matchup. I know against a Bite Drapion, it's a very favorable matchup for me. I switch in my Rhyperior on his Drapion. Look how much damage the Ice Fang is still doing. Wow. And I have to commit my Aqua Tail there because it'd be double super effective. That Drapion shredded both my shields, forced me to switch, and now I have a Rhyperior that is absolutely useless. Oh man, that Ice Fang Drapion, really good play. And I believe I talked with him afterwards, and he said he's running Ice Fang because of all the Gligar and Gliscor that he's been battling against. Which totally makes sense, because dude, Ice Fang would just shred those things. So pretty heads up play. I have 0 shields here, so this is an easy victory for him. He's running Spark, and I'm running Rock Throw. Even more of a victory for him, because the Spark Probopass is going to win the mirror match. So there's no hope of me being able to take this one. I believe I have since switched my Probopass to Spark and not Rock Throw. For the sake of winning that mirror match. So many people I went up against in this tournament were running Spark Probopass. And it really made me have to reconsider. Oh my gosh, he's got Medicham in the back. This is so bad. Very rough first battle. Yeah, he confidently takes that. Wow. Let's see how we adapt. So I'm going to bring in Charizard, Rhyperior, and Medicham. I also have the best buddy boost on Medicham, but that's only because I don't have best buddy on my Sableye yet. I definitely want best buddy on my Sableye for the Probopass matchup. We're in this scenario again. Now this time I'm going to try to bait him. I can't remember if I baited him on the first match, but I'm going to commit a shield here. The Aqua Tail would do a lot. It's pretty incredible that Drapion gets to Aqua Tail at the same time that Charizard gets to Blast Burn. Very interesting. I get the shield bait there. I need to land this Blast Burn. He makes an amazing switch in a Probopass. Amazing. This is still going to do a lot of damage, but I need to get out of there. I bring in Rhyperior. No matter what this is, I'm not going to shield it up. The Ice Fang Drapion is still going to do some damage to me. If Medicham is in the back, it's going to have so much energy to farm off my Rhyperior. He brings out the Drapion, so what's in the back then? I'm anticipating it being an Alolan Marowak. If he brings out this Drapion, oh my goodness, this thing is putting on so much pressure. Oh man, this is risky. I let it go. He still has a shield. I don't know what's in the back. I bring out Medicham. I really hope it's Probopass. It's his own Medicham. We're in a Medicham mirror match. I have 1 counter's worth of a lead here. I don't know his moveset here. Oh, I know he has Dynamic Punch. I land the Psychic. Really good for me. Not going to commit my first shield here. Let's see what it is. It's a Psychic, so he's running Dynamic Punch Psychic. I really need to get to this Dragon Claw. I'm able to get to it. Because he's not running Ice Punch, I was able to get to that Dragon Claw before he could get to a charge move. I get the last shield there. This Medicham is, oh my goodness. He wasn't able to farm me down. I was able to fire spin him down. So close. Okay, going Rhyperior. Rhyperior, Charizard, Medicham. Really hoping he doesn't lead Wigglytuff. He leads Probopass. Really good for me. I don't know if I ran into a single person this entire game that led Wigglytuff. So I'm staying in with my Rhyperior because I saw the Probopass, so I know my Medicham is going to comfortably be able to handle that. I want to fully commit to farming down this Drapion, and I'm able to get it. Regardless of what comes in, I'm just going to double surf. I anticipated the Medicham coming in. I need to draw a shield here. I do get a shield. Not able to get to a second surf. It takes 10 Mud Slaps to throw back-to-back surfs. We're in an even shield scenario. I know he still has Probopass, and so I need to look out for that thing that's going to be coming in. He goes for the Psychic, but the Probopass doesn't have stored energy on it, so I know that it's not going to be able to instantly come in and Rock Slide me down because it's Spark. I make a switch now into my Medicham. I can fully commit to farming this thing down. Fully commit, especially since I'm not running Dynamic Punch. This is really all I got. I need all this energy to be thrown into his Medicham in the back. Gonna get hit by another Magnet Bomb here. This is the way to go. I need to go straight Psychic here. Oh my goodness, that's still a very healthy Medicham though. You can't store up 2 psychics back to back because I believe it's 55 energy. Able to get this ice punch off. I just need to do as much damage to this Medicham as possible because I don't think my Charizard has stored energy, and I'm able to take it out. Wow. Good games there. Thank you all so much for watching. The next video will showcase all of my losses here so we can really learn from that. If you want to support the channel and be on my friends list and train with me, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.